What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. What a friggin' game. The New York Jets beat the Philadelphia Eagles 20-14. I am shocked. I am excited. They were 0-12 against the Eagles. They got rid of that streak. They got themselves a 3-3 going into the bye. I mean, this is incredible. I just can't believe it. Honestly, can't believe it. And it was such a roller coaster ride of emotion throughout this game where there were so many opportunities the Jets had in the game. They couldn't take advantage of it. And you're worried that they're just going to blow it and fall just a little bit short, right? And this is a game usually in the past the Jets would lose. I guess one of the best teams in football. And they went into this game so undermanned. Like they had, Sauce is out, DJ Reed's out, Brandon Eccles is out. You're like, man, Elijah Vera Tucker's out. And you're like, oh. Then Tippmann gets hurt. And Schweitzer comes in, doesn't even play well. And you're like, it's just not our day, right? And Garrett Wilson got one point, got banged up. And you're like, this isn't our day. And they come back and they rally and they believe and they kept scratching and clawing. And they overcame dumb play calls, dumb penalties, weird time management. They overcame so many things. So Zach Wilson is clearly improving. I thought he played very well, man. And all things considered, the red zone is still very, very frustrating. Sometimes on third down, it's a little frustrating too. Like the Jets between the 20s are very good. They get creative. They get aggressive. And then sometimes they just go into a shell. They don't attack into the end zone. I know they had the one pass to Garrett Wilson, which was a little bit too high. The fade pass there, he could have taken. But I wish they get a little more aggressive in the red zone. But Zach made a lot of really good throws, man. The 2-point conversion was a dart. He had some really nice, moved around the pocket. He had a pretty good flow. I think he was sacked like 5 times. And the one sack on that bootleg was brutal. But the kid's scratching and clawing. He's believing, and he's earning the respect of his teammates. Like he's buying into the offense is working to him now. It's flowing better. I'm sure having Aaron Rodgers in the building made a huge difference for him. Where it could help him on the sideline. It could guide him a little bit. But so you saw Garrett Wilson, I think, had 8-9 catches, and like everybody contributed, man. Like you had Xavier Gibson had the big run. You had Lazard had the stupid penalty and the drop. That has a big third down catch. Ruckert had a big first down catch. Conklin again comes up big on third down. So they did a lot of really good things. The offensive line, for the most part, they did give up 5 sacks, but you got to look at what they're dealing with, dude. Like initially, they started out the game running behind Tippmann, then he goes out, and they got to keep doing a makeshift, try to figure things out. So they, for the most part, they held their own. And then you just look at, Breece Hall was good in the passing game. They seemed like they were getting Breece involved in the passing game and running Dalvin Cook a little bit. But then Breece at the end came through. He scored a touchdown, which was kind of interesting, where you're like, you know what? If he took a knee at the 1, you could probably ice the game, not do all the other stuff. But it is what it is. It's just the offense is you're starting to feel a little bit better about them in the passing game. You wish you would saw this same passing game against the Patriots. Even last week it wasn't really fluid, but this was definitely, great. The defense, man, holy shit. Like Bryce Huff, I think, had a sack and a half. Jermaine Johnson had the huge pressure. Then you have the interceptions, and it's like you feel so good for Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall is a guy that a lot of people wrote off, myself included. The Jets were down 4 of the top 6 corners. Bryce Hall, Craig James, they all stepped up. Tay Hayes. Like there was guys making plays. I didn't know who they even were. And then Tony Adams with the huge interception, which was great. Quentin Williams with an interception. You're like, what? Like it's just. But the defense, they buckled down. They rattled Jalen Hurts a little bit. They found ways to scratch and claw. C.J. Mosley with a big forced fumble. Crazy. And Quincy Williams continues to play like a Pro Bowl linebacker. Just incredible. I'm sure I'm missing things. I'm so friggin' excited, man, because it's like you come in the game, you're almost like defeated coming into the day. You're like, man, the Jets lose this. We're going to be 2-4. The must win against the Giants. This literally changes everything. And you see the potential of this team. Like, just think about, if the Jets had actually become more effective in the red zone and they could put up more points. Like, they went through the teams they played, minus the Broncos, the teams they played to start the season, it's been like a gauntlet, man. And you got through it at 3-3. And like you feel so much better about it, where like you're buying in. You can get rid of all the Kirk Cousins nonsense, the Ryan Tannehill shit. Don't even worry about Trevor Siemian, because this is Zach's team now. You're gonna roll with him now because it's his team. This is until Aaron Rodgers comes back, right? And seeing Aaron Rodgers walk today and throw the ball is completely ridiculous. But what a great win. I gave a tremendous amount of credit to Saleh for rallying this team. They believe into him. Ulbrich called a very good game too. They didn't go into that. There was times where they actually blitzed and forced Jalen Hurts to force his hand a little bit, force some plays. And the second half, they really clamped down. So Like I said, I'm excited, man, and I'm really happy for all the Jet fans that went to the game, surrounded by all the Eagle fans and stuff. It's like this is a win you could be proud of, right? Like you could be like, you know what? Like we have a chance. Like we can. Like Saleh said in his press conference, they have a chance to win week in and week out when you play like this. Nothing, no turnovers on offense. The defense, you're not gonna always get 4 turnovers, but you got to figure as they go, especially coming out of the bye, the offense could get better. They could be more explosive, and the defense keeps playing at this level. It gets interesting, right? So credit to this whole team, man. Well done. Hopefully they get everybody back after the bye. You get Sauce back. You get Reed back. Hopefully Tippmann's injury isn't serious. But you clean a little things up, man, and things get really interesting. And the thing is, like, it's not really how you start the season, it's how you end the season. So they're starting to get things figured out now. They're starting to roll in the right direction. 2 wins in a row. Today is a huge win for Saleh, and see what happens. So have a great night. Have a great Victory Monday. I'll talk to you later.